The changing dynamics in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, including their departure from economies and the expulsion of French forces, have granted them the ability to make independent decisions that benefit their countries without encountering external obstacles. Recent reports from Burkina Faso indicate a significant decrease in terrorism since severing ties with France. Furthermore, Niger has emerged as the fastest-growing economy in Africa following its disassociation from France. Extensive research has been conducted to gain a deeper understanding of the current revolutionary situation in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, as well as the plans of their new leaders following the severance of ties with Western countries. This research aims to explore the potential involvement of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso in joining Brics with the assistance of Russia. To comprehend the possible engagement of these countries with Brics, it is important to start from the beginning for a comprehensive understanding. Brics has publicly expressed its intention to eliminate the dominance of the US dollar in global trade and transactions by the end of 2024. The alliance aims to prioritize local currencies to bolster their respective economies and businesses. The bloc is also actively persuading other developing countries to follow suit and settle cross-border transactions in their own currencies. This shift would contribute to a significant strengthening of these countries' currencies against the US dollar, leading to enhanced economic prospects and prosperity. The full implementation of this initiative is anticipated to have a substantial impact on the value of the US dollar, potentially resulting in a significant decline. The potential consequences of these developments could have far-reaching implications for the geopolitical and socioeconomic influence of the United States on the global stage. Some experts have likened it to a severe blow to the United States, raising concerns from both the US and EU about the possible ramifications. Furthermore, there are ongoing discussions regarding the participation of various nations in the Brics group and the potential effects on their economies. Specifically, questions arise regarding whether Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger will choose to join Brics and how such a decision might unfold. As we are aware, the West African countries of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger possess abundant reserves of valuable minerals that play a crucial role in the evolving global economy. Burkina Faso, as the fourth largest producer of gold in Africa, significantly contributes to the continent's overall gold output. Similarly, Mali achieved a remarkable gold production of 66.2 tons in 2022, solidifying its position as a key player in the global gold market. Niger, on the other hand, proudly holds the distinction of being the seventh largest producer of uranium worldwide, offering a high-grade ore that is in high demand. Gold is increasingly recognized as a reliable store of value in a world that is moving away from heavy reliance on the US dollar, while uranium is set to power the growing global demand for clean energy through nuclear power. Recalling a significant event on January 29, 2024, Niger's Prime Minister, Ali Mohamed Lamine Zeine, warmly welcomed a substantial delegation from the Brics group. This high-profile meeting underscored the increasing attention and commitment of Brics countries towards Niger, a nation that boasts abundant natural resources despite being landlocked. During these substantial discussions, the focus centered around strengthening economic and trade ties between Niger and the Brics member states, namely Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Areas of particular interest included potential collaborations in the mining, agriculture, energy, and transport infrastructure sectors. Niger has a strong interest in advancing its transport infrastructure as it recognizes the pivotal role it plays in driving economic progress. The Brics, renowned for their expertise and substantial resources in this field, are well positioned to contribute significantly to Niger's infrastructure development. Currently, Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali have formed an alliance called AES, which presents them as a unified entity. Consequently, if Niger becomes a member of Brics, it is likely that Burkina Faso and Mali would also be involved in the alliance. To provide a better understanding, on January 28, 2024, the military leaders of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger Republic made a significant announcement regarding their country's membership in the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. They declared their joint decision to withdraw from the regional bloc, citing what they perceived as inhumane sanctions imposed by ECOWAS following the coups that brought them to power. The announcement was broadcasted simultaneously on the state television channels of all three countries, underscoring their assertion of complete sovereignty over the matter. In their joint statement, the leaders criticized ECOWAS for allegedly deviating from the noble ideals of its founding fathers and the principles of Pan-Africanism, which the bloc had upheld for nearly 50 years. They contended that ECOWAS, under external influence, had strayed from its mission to ensure the well-being of its member states and their populations. In response to this announcement, ECOWAS issued a statement clarifying that it had not been formally notified of the decision by the three countries to leave the bloc. ECOWAS emphasized that its protocol stipulates a withdrawal process that takes up to 1 year to complete. The bloc reiterated the significance of Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali within the community and expressed its commitment to seeking a negotiated resolution to the ongoing political challenges. ECOWAS, a 15-nation bloc formed in 1975, has historically been regarded as West Africa's premier political and regional authority, playing a vital role in the region's development. However, the credibility of the organization has faced significant challenges in recent years, particularly highlighted during the Niger crisis of 2023, when President Mohamed Bazoum was ousted in a coup that garnered widespread support from the citizens of Niger. During this crisis, ECOWAS appeared to align itself with the imperialistic and confrontational demands of colonial powers, rather than diligently exploring all available political avenues to resolve the impasse. This approach exacerbated tensions and demonstrated a lack of sensitivity to the aspirations of the local population. It was only when Russia and allied nations like Mali and Burkina Faso threatened retaliatory action that ECOWAS retracted its plans for military intervention in Niger. Subsequently, former French colonies swiftly terminated their military partnerships with France and withdrew from existing colonial agreements with European nations. Instead, they turned to Russia for support. This shift in alliances prompted the three Sahel nations to establish the Alliance of Sahel States, AES, and enter into a mutual defense pact following the signing of the Liptako-Gorma Charter in 2023. The charter, named after the historical region of Liptako-Gorma, received extensive media coverage. In their official statement, the three nations insinuated that ECOWAS had failed to take action when terrorists, operating under Western-supported regimes such as Bazoum's, perpetrated daily massacres of hundreds of their citizens. They asserted that their assumption of power was driven by their unwillingness to witness their people endure relentless suffering and loss of life due to preventable terrorist activities, which they claimed were advantageous to the West. They accused the West of displaying sympathy towards terrorists and questioned their commitment to combating terrorism. Additionally, they expressed bewilderment at the sudden vocal stance of ECOWAS and the imposition of sanctions aimed at harming their citizens, seemingly in response to demands from France, Europe, and America. They considered this stance unacceptable, as it demonstrated the impossibility of safeguarding their interests within ECOWAS, given the predominant influence of the West over the regional bloc. As a result, they announced their permanent withdrawal from ECOWAS. Now, how does this newly formed pact differ from the military cooperation pact signed between Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso months ago during the height of ECOWAS's threats? Mali's defense minister shed light on the true nature of this new pact during a discussion with journalists. He explained that the alliance would encompass both military and economic efforts among the three countries. Their primary focus would be on combating terrorism in the region. As you are aware, Russia has made substantial investments in Mali and Burkina Faso, leading to significant geopolitical shifts in the area. This includes the expulsion of French soldiers from Mali in 2022 and the withdrawal of UN forces in 2023. Burkina Faso has followed suit, while Niger has taken similar steps, except for the French forces. To elaborate further, Russia's presence in Mali and Burkina Faso is considerable, encompassing both military and economic dimensions. Even in the case of Niger, Russia has provided military and economic assistance, including deploying Wagner Group forces through Mali. Niger has become a significant Russian ally in the Sahel region. However, compared to the extensive existing infrastructure and influence Russia possesses in Mali and Burkina Faso, its support for Niger is relatively limited. Therefore, Moscow has encouraged these three nations to collaborate closely, forming a symbiotic relationship. Any military and economic initiatives driven or funded by Russia in Mali and Burkina Faso would translate into mutual benefits for Niger as well. The French military personnel possessed crucial ground-level information in Mali and Niger before their departure, which influenced their decision to leave. While they have remained tight-lipped about the matter, the recent agreement will require them to acknowledge and address the factors that led to their withdrawal. Russia's substantial military presence in the Sahel region, particularly in Mali and Niger, now enjoys unrestricted operational freedom in Niger, similar to its activities in Mali. This includes the direct deployment of certain military equipment from Russia to Niger, bypassing the previous route through Mali. As a result, Russia now has comparable access to Niger as it does to Mali and Burkina Faso, effectively solidifying the integration of the Sahel region. Furthermore, as Brics undertakes charting a new economic course for its member states, aiming to replace the dominant Western economic models, it is anticipated that the new Sahel bloc will eventually align itself with the Brics economic framework. Consequently, there may be reduced reliance on institutions such as ECOWAS, AU, or any other regional blocs that have historically been associated with serving the interests of the Western world. This shift is occurring as the once dominant Western influence on the continent appears to be diminishing, indicating a significant transformation in the geopolitical and economic landscape of the region.